today. And so yesterday we had the Trump dump. Today we had the Trump bump. And I think, we have a two-way market now. And you can see it in the volume has picked up incredibly. So VXX had over 133 million shares traded. That is an amazing amount of shares. And if you look at the movement, it was down 2.25%, but I mean it was flying up and down. And so what I'm trying to figure out now is do we get through Friday and next week to have a stage two booster rocket on the VIX, and that's quite possible. We'll know. I think if they drifted down tomorrow a little, then I think it's probably flying higher next week. I've seen this before. I kind of call it the double Dutch bus here, where they get you thinking it's okay, and then boom, next ladder higher. But we'll see. We traded it today. We had some good trades. Even with some options, we made some good money on some of these swings, and I think it's likely that it'll continue tomorrow. I don't think there's much news coming out. I'll have to kind of watch it after 1:30 though. But it's gonna get fun. I hope it. In some ways, I hope tomorrow's down a little bit because I have some UVXY puts on. Then I hope next week it skyrockets, because then we'll get some incredible 500,000% trades coming up later in the year if that happens. So moving on is financials. Still in the tank, and financials are going to cause the issue. So I think we just keep an eye on it, but they're in trouble. There's no way in the world Yellen's going to raise rates in June. It'd be just absolutely mind-boggling to me. She'd be on suicide watch. Here's SPY. Almost twice as many shares traded in UVXY and VXX than SPY today. And it's sitting underneath the VWAP. So this thing could roll over, but it's kind of hanging around there. Money flow kind of popped a little bit. But the stochastics, the trend is showing down. So usually this wins until we get overbought. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I could see this thing running back up to the 100-day moving average, and then next week coming right back down again. There's UVXY. It's just been all over the place. GDX, they pushed the miners down. So keeping an eye on that. It's they've tried to push the yen down too, and some folks are thinking maybe do we short Nugget? I think it's too risky. I think the miners could turn right around and shoot right back up again. IWM, it's got a little bit of a lift, but I think this is going down much farther. We're going to short every rip on IWM. Apple, a little bit of recovery today. Whoever took that idea I had on Monday to take some puts on Apple made some good money, and let it get overbought again. I think we'll be able to short this thing down. I think the market is going to stair step this itself down into the Yellen meeting in June. That's my best guess. I think they want to scare her into not raising rates. Here's XIV. It was big swings today, and really didn't, other than the initial burst, didn't really do much. We'll see if they can lift this thing back up to 72.73 and roll back over again. Talked about Nugget. I'm going to skip over these. Got miners here. XLE. I think I want to take a shot. Oil's been kind of weird. It seems like they've been hiding out in oil, but also contract rolling too. I definitely want to take a put trade on ERX, and people that like to trade drip to get back into drip. May just have to wait. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, but we'll keep an eye on it. There's dust back over 30. I said if we got to 31, 32, probably take a shot short again. There's silver. We're out of it. Gold sitting right on its 100-day, below its VWAP. Go either way right now, but I know people are calling for gold to crash again. If gold crashed again, it's because we're having some sort of liquidation event going on with the market. Now, that happened with China, and a lot of people are giving comparisons to what happened in China in 2015 to today. That's when we lost 18% in like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. So you just got to be open to that scenario. There's UCO. I still have my puts on UCO. I've been trading the futures on it, and I'm still confident by next Friday I'll walk out of this thing with a profit. Like for this to come back down. Love for it to get down into the low mid eights again and take the elevator ride back up. UNG, I think natural gas is going to start slip sliding away here into its slow season here next 6 weeks. Looks like it's rolling over again. I've stayed away from it because oil and ES have been active, so I've been trading those on the futures. But from a put spread, maybe a UNG put trade might be in order here going into next week. MOS, oh Lord have mercy, was up 4 cents today, but we'll see. I think this thing needs to now get on the right side of the 100-day to interest me again. SH, I'm telling you, SH, TLT, IAU, take off 30% off your regular portfolio. I think you're going to thank me by the end of June. Had a nice move on biotech today, but I'm just still a little queasy about the market. Biotech is pretty leveraged, so I can see biotech just falling apart here with a move down in the market. So I would like for it to flush either one way or the other, so we can get either BIS trade on or a XBI trade on. The Stokes are kind of neutral. Money flows pushed up over to overbought again, and now just if it falls below the 100, then maybe I'll buy some XBI puts. Amazon, TWM, we're out. I'm sitting now to see what happens tomorrow. I don't think I want to put anything on until Monday. SLW, so it's looks like it's setting up again. And this one I may add to, and reason being is that if the bond yields go down, that supports SLW, and if silver goes up at the same time, then it'll rocket it. But I'll look at tomorrow. ERX, if I do this, I'm going to put on a June 28 put. But I love for the money flow to roll over. Stokes are already rolling down. I like when it gets overbought. Stokes are below 60. It's just that the enthusiasm for the move just wasn't there. Dollar pushing up here. So that dollar up, market up, oil down has been kind of the play. Miners down too. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. See if it manages or not. And so FXY got up to its moving VWAP. It's over its 100. We'll see if they lift it higher, if they try to push it back down again. I think the days of mega shorting the yen are over for a while. And there's DRIP. Like I said, I think if I put the ARXY trade on, I'm definitely going to recommend DRIP to folks. Some folks are still in it. I had a 20 stop. And just for people who subscribe to me, I put stops and targets out there, but they're really suggestions. They're not necessarily gospel. I'm just trying to give you an area of that you should probably take your stop off your trade. But, if something pushes up to a penny or two to your target and starts to fall away, hey, you know what? There's no harm in taking the profit instead of letting it all evaporate away, especially these ultras. So probably saw your stop and hung short. I mean, it's just amazing what they're doing. But just, kind of, you have to form your own opinions on things. I'm just trying to give you, hey, I'd like to get 10% out of this move. Hey, I really would rather not lose more than 3 to 5% on this move. And I put those in there. And the main reason why I put in targets and stops is really accountability when I do my my reporting, because I live with these. If I get stopped out, I put them on the report. So, for you, I think it's good to have stops, but a lot of times it's better to scale and just take off positions, as price moves your direction, and then add 2 positions if it's going down as part of your plan, because I think these stops, we have such low liquidity that they just go down and grab your stop and come right back up without any punishment or pain for them, but it's pain for you. So it's just some words of advice. You do what you want, but that's why I put them in there. So just really guidelines. Think of them in pencil and crayon, not necessarily in magic marker. So DBA held up even though Brazil crashed and took soybean crop with it and sugar with it. And probably coffee with it too. Brazil's in big trouble. See, isn't that amazing? So people are talking emerging market. And then, so people are starting to load into Brazil. They had political crisis. They're called emerging markets for a reason. I mean, it was down 18%. People that had to triple Brazil, down 48%. How do you like to wake up in the morning to that? Losing 48% of your portfolio value of that particular ETF. And you're not going to recover from that. I mean, that's just crazy. So, that's why I try to stay with most liquid names, unless you're really, really okay to speculate. I mean, look at XIV. It went from 82 to 65 in 2 days. Those are hard trades to swallow, and so, you want a balanced portfolio. You don't only be leaning one direction for everything, and options are great for that. Futures are great for that. So you got to be multi-dimensional when you're trading. Is that if you're a day trader and you walk away cash every night, that's one thing. But if you got a portfolio on, and you need to think about how you're going to hedge that. I mean, people woke up this morning probably sick to their stomach. People lost their life savings because some politician took a bribe, and got caught. So just FYI, speech over. Okay, there's Boyle. My 11s are going to expire worthless, it looks like. BAS, let me just get to show you. Your sugar came back. Man, I think it was a Brazil drubbing. But this is sugar's time, so if you get dips in sugar, buy them. And we got, here's JJG. I think this is a function of what happened to soybean. I'm in this for the long term. We're full position on this, and just going to have to let that, what happened to Brazil pass through the soybean crop. And SALJ, we're just going to wait for the miners on that. 2.23% is the Treasury yield. I'm still telling you by the end of June we'll be at 2% refi. Here's the VIX. Still up there. Hey, this could be another move. So, you went from 10 to 15. I could see 14 to 20. So, these moves usually last about 2 weeks or so. And then VVIX, and I think we're caught up again. So anyway, I really appreciate you listening. I'll have some stuff over the weekend. And like I said, check out TradeGeniusAcademy.com or TradeGenius.co for subscriptions. And I really appreciate you. Sorry for the dog barking here. Always seems to do it at the end. Anyway, thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.